Hi everyone, and thanks for joining our TMC live event session for the Manchester College. I'll shortly pass you over to Andrew and Becky, who will be providing you with lots of information about our brand new T-level in computing and digital qualification. If you've had any questions at all at any point, you can ask them in the live Q&A box, which is just to the right of your screen. We'll answer as many questions as we can at the end. I'll now pass you over to Becky to get the session started. Hi Becky.
Hi Amy, thanks for that. Evening everybody, welcome to Computing and Digital T-level, which is an exciting new qualification that we're going to be running as of next year. So just a little bit of information about our Industry Excellence Academy and the Centre of Excellence Manchester centres that we kind of offer. So in one of the Industry Excellence Academies, you'll benefit from a course that's co-developed and co-delivered with an employer, and we've got some very exciting employers on board with us for next year. We'll be running a level 2 or level 3 qualifications with these. You'd get a placement with an industry employer of at least 15 days, which is 3 weeks. There'd be sessions delivered by industry experts, and we'll have guest speakers visiting that are at the forefront of their sector, so cutting edge people in their line of work. We'll be offering industry standard live briefs where you can be creating solutions to real life suggestions and requirements. We've got a dedicated employability and partnership coordinator, so there's separate people that work with you as well as your tutors and your achievement tutors. And we have employability sessions to develop skills and knowledge, and that all falls under the Industry Excellence Academy that we have in Manchester. We also have the Centre of Excellence Manchester, where we have the qualifications ranging from entry level and level 3. You are also able to study your GCSE English and or maths if needed. You'll be completing work experience depending on your level of study. And we also have employability sessions for students attending that route. If you are coming on the T-level, you will be part of the Industry Excellence Academy Manchester, so this section. Okay, so a little bit more information on what we mean by T-levels. The T-level stands for, the T stands for technical, and it's a high quality technical alternative to A-levels. It is heavily classroom based, but it's also got a 45-day industry placement that sets you on the path to a job or give you the option to choose another course of study afterwards. The T-level is equivalent to 3 A-levels, and it's an opportunity to continue studying while getting a broader insight into what it's going to be like to work in a certain sector, so in this case the digital sector, and you have the opportunity to specialise in certain different routes and avenues. If you're moving from GCSE and want to develop skills to obtain a qualification linked directly to a future career, then a T-level in the Industry Excellence Academy might be for you. So what you can do with the technical level with the T-level. On the digital pathway, it's suitable for anybody wanting a career in software production and design and software development. And it means that you can progress onto roles such as a web developer, a web designer, IT business analyst, an app developer, and a digital marketer. If you don't want to go straight into one of those job roles, you could also go on to a higher level apprenticeship or a degree. So some of the course content for the T-levels are listed here, and I'll just go through some of them with some of the knowledge I've got already. So how digital technologies impact business. We look at how businesses use the digital technology to be more profitable, efficient. We look at the ethical and moral implications of digital technology. So the right and wrongs, basically, with all the technology at our fingertips. How we use data in software design. Using digital technologies to analyse and solve problems. We look at the digital environments such as physical, virtual and cloud environments. We look at emerging technical trends such as the Internet of Things, so that's things like your smart TVs, your smart systems, Alexas, how they all interact, etc. Artificial intelligence, augmented reality and blockchain. There's course content on 3D printing and how that works. We go into the legal and regulatory obligations relating to digital technologies, so what the laws are and what we're governed by. We look at the technical, physical and human aspects of internet security, so there's lots of cyber information in there. We look at planning digital projects. We look at testing software, testing hardware and data. And we also get to use digital tools for project management and collaboration, whereby you may be given some resources, a budget, some planning tools and a scenario, and it's up to you to then create the project, manage the project, plan it, assess it, see how well it went. So how does the T-level work? It consists of a number of components. So first and foremost, you get your approved technical qualification, and that provides technical knowledge and practical skills. And you'll get a certificate for that with all the modules and the units that you've taken. You'll get a grade at the end, and that's based on some coursework and some exams. Alongside that, you'll also be doing a work placement of at least 45 days, which is a massive chunk of the 2 years that you're with us, in your chosen industry and working with our employers. At the same time, you'll be doing your English, maths and digital IT requirements at a minimum of level 2 you'll be leaving with. And then you'll also be getting transferable workplace skills. Because you're doing 45 days work placement and because we're working with the employers, it means that you really are ready to leave and go into the workplace, into the digital industry. So that's a massive advantage of the other courses. Here are just some logos for some of the companies that we've worked with in the past and that we will be working with in the present. There's lots of technological companies there. Lots of companies that have used technology, that use technology on a daily basis. So what you'll need before you start for the T-level, the entry requirements are 5 GCSE passes, which is grade 4 or above, including English, maths and science. That's what the minimum entry requirements are. If for some reason you don't get those, we are offering a course called Cyber Skills for the Digital Age, and that is in preparation for a T-level. So you can register to come on that course, enroll onto that course, and once you've passed that course, then that will get you onto the level 3 T-level the year after. So I've raced through that. So any questions?
That was great. Thank you very much, Becky. Yeah, we've had some questions which have come through. So we'll go to the first question. It says, what campus does the course run at?
Oh, okay, cool. So initially the campus is going to be at Openshaw, because that's where we're having the Industry Excellence Academy. So it's the main campus for this one. So yeah, it'll be at Openshaw, and that's also for the T-level transition course as well.
That's brilliant, thank you. You talked about sort of work placement before and the partners that you work with. Somebody said, how will I do placement in lockdown?
Oh, that's a good question as well. Well, similar to how we're offering it at the moment, we've got lots of live briefs that are specific to being able to work in lockdown. So things like working from home, there'll be collaboration meetings using software like Teams. So yeah, we're still able to carry on running the work placements, and for the companies that we're working with particularly, I know they've got a culture of being able to work remotely anyway. It's part of working in the real world. So we've not really noticed much difference when it comes to work placement. It just means you might be working in a different environment, but you'll still be producing the same amount of work and coming up with those solutions.
That's great, thank you. Somebody else has asked, how much time will I be in college and how much online?
So if we're talking about regards to the current situation, we are offering blended learning at the moment, which is going really well. I know my students for this year are enjoying this way of working. So we have 2 weeks, it's on a 2-week basis. We have a week 1 and a week 2. And normally on the week 1, your majority of your lessons will be online. And then on the week 2, your lessons will be in class face-to-face in very small groups. So there's loads of advantages to that. The fact that, you know, you can work closely with your tutor, with it being a small group, you can get through loads of work and work at a quicker pace. But also being online, you can digest it, you've got less distractions, you've got less commuting. So, you know, you can get the best of both worlds there. So if we carry on with that model, that's what we'll be doing. Alternatively, we focus a lot on the practical work in college. So prior to all of this, we would do a lot of the practical work in college, and a lot of the theory work and revision work you would do in your own time at home, and you've got an allocated time slot on your timetable for that. So you can say, I don't need disturbing at this time, I've got to complete this unit, and class it as a lesson.
That's brilliant, thank you. Somebody said, what areas are the occupational specialisms in?
Oh, okay. So it's still brand new, this qualification, and at the minute we've got the digital pathway, we've got networking. The digital pathway encompasses networking, which is new and it's massively in demand at the moment. We need people that are clued up with networking and have got practical experiences. So that's a really good opportunity. We've got software development, building apps, testing apps, creating apps. Again, that's really current at the moment. And we've got web development, which is, again, really sought after at the moment. So the T-level kind of fills in the gaps that we've got in industry at the moment. So they're the three that we're concentrating on: networking, web development, software development, and they all come under the digital pathway.
Brilliant, thank you. Somebody said, what should I be doing in my last year of school to prepare for the course and to prepare for college?
That's another great question. So it obviously depends what it is you're doing. If you're doing a computing qualification already, then programming, if you're doing some programming, computer science, just keeping your hand in with that, really, doing as much practical of that as you can. If you're new to it, if you've not done anything, you're at a good starting point. But again, you know, making sure you've got good problem solving skills, logical thinking skills. So really making sure for your maths and your English and your science that you're doing as well as you can in those three subjects, because they'll give you the best start, regardless if you've done computing or not. That they're the real foundation and the real basis. So yeah, concentrating on your maths, your English and your science. And then in your free time, doing some programming, looking online at tutorials. And again, it doesn't matter what programming language you use, because it's the fundamentals of the programming that's important. So learning to problem solve, learning the constructs of any language, learning how to make it work, and testing and debugging. And if it doesn't work the first time, go back and see what you can do to improve it. It's those skills that are really important.
That's brilliant, thank you for that. Somebody said, if I choose computing and business, will I be able to go to university and do a bachelor's in computer science?
So if you do computing and business at school, you wouldn't be able to do computing and business separately in college. They're two very different qualifications. In business, there are some aspects of computing, so you'll be working with spreadsheets and using IT in business. So that's factored into business. Mm-hmm. If you're doing a computing course, then a lot of the scenarios are based on how businesses work. So those two subjects do cross over a lot, but it depends which way you want to specialise in. So the computing will cover a lot of how businesses work, and you might have to develop an app for a business that needs this requirement. So either way, after you've finished any of those level 3, then you can go on to do, once you finish the level 3 T-level or a level 3 qualification, because there are others available, yes, you can definitely go on to university. It just depends now. If you're doing computing and business now at school, which one do you want to focus on at college? Because that's the one you'll end up doing at university. But there's aspects in both of those.
That's brilliant. Thank you for answering that. And then we've just got coming to one of our last questions. We've got Andrew's joined us as well. I'm not sure, Andrew, if you want to pick up any of these questions. Somebody said, if I have not done computing for GCSE, can I still do it for college A levels? Not sure who wants to pick up that one.
Should I answer that one?
It's okay, I can.
Oh, hi Andy.
You've done most of the work so far. Thank you, Becky. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Most of our students haven't done GCSE, ICT or computing already, so we prepare from the ground up. So we make assumptions that you're a user of IT. Obviously, most people have a phone, most people have a laptop or a tablet, but not much beyond that really, because we like to start from I wouldn't say square one, but start from the awareness that you've got already, i.e. as a user, and build on that really. So for example, we might start with basic functionality and apps, and how does something do that? How does the program achieve that end, before moving into more technical sides. But we don't require GCSE, ICT or computing beforehand, because we teach most of it at level 2 in our own way, and then we build on that for level 3.
Brilliant, thank you for that. We've got another question which has just come in actually. Someone said, if I don't do maths in an A level, can I still do a bachelor's in computing science having computing in A level?
Yes, you can.
Right.
No, it depends, because if you've got a maths A level or you've got some kind of maths qualification, obviously you need to get your GCSE maths as a must anyway, so that's essential. That's part of our level 3 qualification if you don't have it. It depends on the university. We are bringing in a maths unit as a pilot this year to try and see how our students respond to it. And at this stage it'd be kind of voluntary, but for next year we'll see if we can roll that out, and it's going to be a unit which would be a BTEC type unit, but you can certainly get into a computing degree without maths, although some universities do require it.
Okay, that's brilliant, thank you. Just having a little look through any more questions. I think we've come to the end of our questions now, so just wanted to say thank you very much to you both for doing the session this afternoon. I hope everybody's found that really worthwhile. And just to let you know, everybody, we have some more TMC live events running until Thursday. So if you visit our website on tmc.ac.uk/TMC live, you can register for any of the sessions as well that we've got on. Also, if you would like to apply to the Manchester College for next year, again, if you visit the website, you'll be able to apply online. And we do have some members of our team from our schools liaison team, which are actually ready to take any calls. If you do have any queries about joining the college or you do want to apply, you can give them a call. We're popping all the details and all the numbers in the chat box for you, which are just in there now. And also, if you do have any special educational needs or disabilities, the transition team are also available, and the email address is on there as well. So again, thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.